Hey guys, oh gosh, I am perspiring up here. So I'm on annual leave this week, and part of one of my many jobs has been trying to sort out the new house, including my makeup room, which is essentially the spare room. It's up in the loft, but I have quite a cool vision for this being like my permanent filming space, so that I no longer irritate my husband by moving all the furniture like I used to in the old place. So once it's ready, I'll give you a tour. Currently, in front of me I can see so many unopened boxes, lots of mess, spare duvets and pillows and sheets and things. So it's not pretty yet, but as soon as it is, I'll give you a guided tour. So excuse me as well if I sound a bit weird. I've had a chest infection and my throat's not quite back to normal yet. And also, the more pregnant I get, the more out of breath I get sometimes when I'm talking, which is ridiculous. I'm only, what, 23 weeks? Anywho, so do excuse that. So what I'm going to do for you is, after my little hyperlapse on Instagram, quite a few people messaged me directly saying, oh, I'd love a tutorial of that look, which made me laugh because it was kind of a minute's tutorial, but I'll repeat that base because it seemed quite popular. And then I want to show you this set. This is called, can you see that? Is that back to front? It's called the Back to Cool Iron Cheek set, and it is gorgeous. Now it's only available at John Lewis, but what I'll do is I will put a link to where it's available on John Lewis obviously below, but also I will in the description box write some shade comparisons. So if you want to achieve a similar look but can't get to John Lewis to get this set, you can buy some of the shadow colours are permanent. The bronzer colours are permanent, but they're not always available in the split pan like they are in here. But yes, I'll write it all down so you can shop similar alternatives. But let's go to my base. I'm going to start with my all-time favourite vitamin enriched face base. It contains shea butter, vitamin C and E, and is just a gorgeous everyday primer. But what I love is that it's not too rich, so it's great if you've got normal to oily skin. My skin, I suppose, is actually more normal to dry, but I do secrete a fair amount of oil throughout the day. But after I've showered not long ago, and after I showered, I used a little bit of the Moisture Remedy straight away and a little bit of Nourishing Milk straight away, because those are the two things that straight after the shower keep my skin, or prevent my skin from feeling like super tight and dry. Now I'm going to use, oh my goodness, this gorgeous foundation. This is the Intensive Skin Serum Foundation in Warm Beige, and I'm loving this at the moment because I've been a little under the weather. This foundation contains both obviously pigment, which I've just done from the dropper, but also serum, which is great. So I'm giving my skin that little bit of an extra feed, which is so important. Yes, I feed my skin really well with skincare, but it's really nice to know that I'm doubling up, let's say. And particularly one of the great things about the Intensive Skin Serum Foundation is that it contains the traditional Chinese medicine, namely the cordyceps mushrooms, which help boost energy levels in the skin. So I'm not going to bore you with all the scientific details, but it's been used in traditional Chinese medicine for thousands of years. It's used in Western medicine. But yes, anything I can do to help give my skin a little bit of energy, having been as poorly as I have been recently, then the better. And you'll see I'm just getting it on with my full coverage face brush. I haven't thought this through. I don't actually have a mirror with me, so let's just wing it, shall we? So I'm just buffing it in to my forehead. I will find a mirror in just a second. She says I've got a pot rouge right here. Let me look in here. Yeah, great. And you'll see it's kind of a medium coverage. You can layer it up to full coverage if you like, and to that point you can sheer it out also if you like as well. You can see I'm using my fingers just to help kind of blend it into the skin and take off any excess product. I'm not quite high enough on this stool. Never mind. Oh, that's better. Just tweak my light a little bit. Okay, so now I want to correct under my eyes as well. And to go with the Intensive Skin Serum Foundation, I've chosen the Intensive Skin Serum Corrector. And this is the colour Peach. So I'm just going to sweep that in the inner corner of my eye and underneath on both sides. I should have got a mirror. I don't even have a table in front of me, guys. I've got product set up on a little IKEA stool. We will get there. We've got to get there. In fact, this room in just over a week will be hosting my bestie as she gets ready for her wedding. So I've got to make it all beautiful. And let me know if you'd like to see my Bridesmaids Makeup. I was thinking about this. I thought, gosh, well, I'm going to have to practice with kind of my Bridesmaids Makeup, because I'll be doing makeup for the bride. Myself, of course, I'm a bridesmaid, and the other bridesmaids. And yes, we're wearing dusty pink. So I need to think of a kind of dusty pink themed makeup. And comment below if you'd like me to film it. Now I'm going on with my Instant Full Cover Concealer in Beige. And again, just a couple of sweeps under the eye. I'll come down a little lower as well. Just for speedy, bright makeup application. I love this stuff. So you'll see I pulled it out of the drum, I suppose, what would you call it? I pulled it out of the tube, and then just using the side of the doe foot, just swept it along my under eye, and I find that just the most easy way of applying it. And actually what you get is a pretty smooth, creamy texture that you can see. I'm just using the full coverage touch-up brush to blend in. Just making sure I blend it through the inner corner of the eye where there's any excess product. Great, and then as always, tap out any excess product with my finger. Apologies for the accents. Cool. Just a simple base. So guys, okay, even better. What's strange about this room is, again, I'll show you when I give you my tour, I am looking directly at two skylights. So I almost don't need my lighting system, but bear with me, this is my first attempt at filming in the new house. I'm going to turn on the lights just a tiny bit, just because I'm a little nervous about not having any light. Okay. So in my hyperlapse video on Instagram, I just used a bit of Uber Beige, Pot Rouge to bronze. So that I'm just going to dab quickly with my full coverage brush over the higher points of my cheek. And the beauty of using Uber Beige as a bronzer is that you're adding another cream makeup product to the skin, so not using too many powders, which helps give your skin, you know, much more of a glowy, dewy finish. Now it's not going to be, let's be honest, it's not going to be the most long wearing of finishes, so if you're requesting a long wear finish to your makeup, it's possibly best to use powder products. You will know I love my powder bronzer, but for a quick glowing makeup that I did on my Instagram page, it was all about, you know, for me, getting my post-poorly skin glowing again, and by using creamy pot rouges instead of powders, I was able to achieve that. There you go. Now I used a little bit of the powder pink Pot Rouge. So this is slightly pinky peachier, and that you can see is going on the apples of my cheek. Now in the video I got it on the apple of my cheeks, then I left it, then I put a bit on my lips because I love that you can use this colour on your cheeks and lips. And then I just used my fingers, as I always do, to soften the edges and to work the makeup into the skin. Now so often it's this final step of just using your fingers and your hands to blend the makeup in that takes away any edges to give you the freshest of finishes. Okay, so before I move on to the Back to Cool set, let me do a quick brow for you, and I'm going to be using the gorgeous new medium brow kit. Simply using the grey shadow first to buff colour through my brows. These aren't going to be as good as Mark's, are they? They should be. They'll be a little bit quicker. That's what I love about the powder brow. You can pop on a really quick brow that helps frame and define, and it gives you that kind of impact, but you don't always have to be utterly precise. Today really is all about getting further with the unpacking. But I felt so bad. I had just a comment last night under my hyper saying, I miss your videos. And I was like, oh goodness. I just felt so bad. And you know, when work's busy, unfortunately, filming days are the days that are the first to get pulled from my calendar. So maybe they're not as regular as I'd like them to be. Cool, cool, cool. So that is my brows on. Let's get into the Back to Cool kit, shall we? So let me open it for you. What have we got inside? Don't fall out, please. Woo! So here we have the Split Pan bronzer. And if I show you in it, beautiful. We've got the medium bronzer, which you all know is more favori. And here we have the Antigua bronzer, which is one of the illuminating bronzers. So I'm going to apply that now with my bronzer brush, and I'm going to take the medium bronzer first, and I'll just dust it over the higher points of my face. So you'll notice that before, of course, I had the Uber Beige Pot Rouge on. By layering the bronzer on top, I'm making that slightly more matte, slightly warmer, and locking in the colour underneath. So I'll take some of that medium over my forehead as well, and a little under my chin. Do you know, I can really feel myself rushing, but hey, some of us have to rush when we do our makeup, right? It's actually Bear's last day at nursery today. Where has the time gone? So I thought I'd quickly film this, then I've got to pop out and grab the people from nursery a little present to say thanks, because he's been there since he was really little. Anyway, now back to the Split Pan. I'm going to take the Antigua, which is a great bronzer, especially if you're really fair skinned. So a lot of people say, oh Hannah, I've got porcelain skin, I can't really wear bronzer. Well, the truth is, a porcelain skin very rarely tans brown. But if you do get a bit of sun exposure, you will see in a porcelain skin a really soft pink flush. So this is great for those fair-skinned women out there who want kind of that sun-kissed look but don't necessarily want to have any brown makeup on. This Antigua gives that illusion. But it's great for those with slightly warmer skin tones as blusher. Love it. So that's the first thing from the gorgeous set. Shall we see what's next? It is the gorgeous Back to Cool eye palette. Let me get it out for you. These are so my colours. Take a look. As always, you get the fantastic mirror. It says, oh, look at me camera, hiya. You get the fantastic mirror and you get these gorgeous shades of shadow. We've got Sandcastle, which is a nice pale colour, a bit like bone with a hint of sparkle. Then we've got Cement, one of my all-time classic favourites. That's available to buy individually. Then we have this gorgeous shimmering Cool Metal, which is just a bit lighter than Gunmetal. Then we have Smoke, which is an absolute classic favourite, again available individually. And this really pretty beigey pinky oyster colour. Ooh, so nice. So I actually put a picture up, as you'll have seen for those that follow me on Instagram, and invited you to say if you wanted me to recreate it. So I'll recreate the look I created and posted on my Instagram page, but there are so many things you can do with these gorgeous neutral cool tones. But first things first, I'm going to start with this lovely Sandcastle, which is this fair colour here, and I'm just going to press that under my brow bone as if highlighting my brow, and actually that very soft sparkle does a brilliant job of adding that bit of extra lift to the eye. Pretty. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. Hey y'all! We'll give it a minute to focus again. I've turned my lights off. This is all natural daylight. So I'm using the brush that comes in the gorgeous palette, and I'm going to take the angled shadow brush and go into the Cement colour, and this is going to be the base of my lid colour. Let's just blend off any excess concealer, and you'll see I'm just pushing the shadow into my lid, and then when I get to the crease I'm just going to start gently sweeping up so that with my eye open you can see that gorgeous soft grey coming through the crease of the eye. Bizarre you can't see my mouth. Then I'm going to take the same Cement and sweep it under my eye, and you'll notice I take this under shadow really quite thick, but I really personally am a huge fan of quite a smudgy thick underliner. I think it's really flattering. I'm now going to take a tiny bit of the Smoke, so this gorgeous matte grey, and I'm just going to push that in between the lashes from on top. I don't really want to make a line, but I do want to ensure that the root of the lashes is nice and dark so that when I come to do my mascara it looks really finished. I'm now going to go back into the Smoke with my angled shadow brush and just take the tiniest amount of this just into the crease of the eye, just to emphasise the eye shape a little more. But you'll notice I really am doing a little bit, because I don't want it to be a cut crease, I don't want it to be too intense a crease colour because I don't want to overpower this eye, but I do want to highlight that little section under my brow bone a little further. Let me show you the last thing from the set. Hiya! And that's this, my favourite Smokey Eye Mascara. And I'll do a couple of layers of this just to get really nice impact on the eye. And I love the Smokey Eye Mascara because it is so good for building, and you'll notice even though I'm building lots of product, this mascara still keeps lashes looking feathery, which I absolutely love. We'll just take some of that mascara on the lower lashes too. Pretty, simple, cool smoky eye using, look at the difference, using the Back to Cool palette. Let me quickly top up the other side. Funny, I'm also, as you can see, sitting on the spare bed, and I realised I was really slouched down. Sit up, Hannah. Next time I film in here, hopefully I'll be a bit better set up than this. Brilliant, brilliant. Well, there we go guys, there is my quick tutorial using the fabulous Intensive Skin Serum Foundation as seen on my Instagram, with the gorgeous Uber Beige and Powder Pink Pot Rouges. Then a quick top up with the gorgeous Split Pan bronzer from the Back to Cool set. The stunning Back to Cool eye palette, again shade options are popped below. And my favourite Smokey Eye Mascara. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for bearing with me technical, should I use a light, should I not use a light issues. Like I said, that was my first filming practice up in this new filming space. So I will of course review and tweak anything I think necessary ready for next time. Alright guys, thank you so much for all your continued support. I think we're almost at 22,000 subscribers now. Lovely little family we've got here. So thanks for everything, and I will see you all soon. Bye guys.